Hey guys, welcome back to D-Lew's Legos. In today's video, I'm going to go over a custom battle pack concept for 2012's Galaxy Squad. I designed and built all these ideas, and the concept of this set is to be similar to the army building battle packs that Star Wars does. It would be a little pricier of a battle pack. I think it would probably be around $40. So yeah guys, let's get into it and let me know if you would buy that in the comments down below. So the main build for this battle pack is this drop pod for the Galaxy Squad Marines. I got a lot of inspiration from Halo, like the ODSTs, and then Helldivers. I just really love the idea of the drop pod allowing the Galaxy Squad to be deployed from orbit into like any specific spot. And then the drop pod features these little posable thrusters that you can move around that allow the pilot to redirect and change their trajectory. And then once you hit the ground, you can open the front door, kind of turns into a bit of a ramp. And then inside of the pod, we have the control panel. And then you have a seat for your pilot, and then a gun rack behind him. And then our first minifig is our drop pod trooper. He has some ornate shoulder pads and a very Helldivers inspired cape. These guys get dressed up because they're kind of seen as morale boosters for Galaxy Squad. And then I gave him this blue visor, and then I believe this is a Ninjago Zane head, but it's got a perfect eyepiece and then a built-in mic right there. And then for his weapons, I kind of designed them for close quarter combat. So his first weapon is a shotgun with a little energy blade built into the front. And then he also carries a small submachine gun on his side. And then our next minifig up is our little robot sidekick. I made him a bit smaller than the original minifigs from 2012. I used one of those Nexonite bot body pieces, and I think it turned out great. This little dude is equipped with a comms pack, radar, seismic reader, just a whole bunch of equipment on his back. And then he carries a high caliber pistol, a little pack of punch to some bugs, and he can produce an energy blade out of his hand. Up next, we have an officer-like character, maybe a corporal or a sergeant. He rocks a hat instead of the traditional helmet, but the helmet could be swapped on. And then to change up his outfit, I gave him some half sleeves, and he's equipped with an automatic pistol. And then in his other hand, he's got a hologram of a higher up. He's probably receiving some orders, and he's about to relay the message. And then on his back, he has an assault rifle with an energy bayonet equipped onto the front of it. And then our next minifig is a scout, or maybe even a sniper. And then he wears a custom visor, probably giving him some optics. And then he's equipped with a suppressed rifle with an energy blade attached. And on his back, he holds a pretty large sniper rifle. And then our last character is a juggernaut or tank-like marine. He wears a power miner's visor and sports a big old heavy chest plate. In one of his hand, he wields an energy shield, and in the other, a massive cannon. And then he's got these boots to just make him a little bit bigger and a little more menacing than the average minifigure. And then on his back, he has a thruster pack. This helps with his mobility. He's able to jet back and forth and even get a little higher on his jumps. And then the next thing we have is this little mounted cannon side build. The cannon features an eyepiece and a large removable drum, and it sits on a nice tripod, is about perfect height for an operator to grab one. And then another little side build, we have this small artillery mortar. Launch some shells, drop them on the aliens. And then here we have a giant belt-fed cannon. The box mag attached to the belt requires another person, making this a two-person job. I really got this idea of a massive cannon that takes two people from Gears of War, the Vulcan cannon, so that's kind of where the inspiration came from, and I really love the way it turned out. And the last little army building thing we have is just some extra crates of equipment, some extra rifles, energy blades, pistols, just variety. You can switch up what equipment each guy has. Alright guys, that's everything I made for this mock Galaxy Squad battle pack. I really enjoyed this idea. Let me know if you enjoyed it as well by liking the video, maybe subscribing, leaving a comment which minifigure is your favorite. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Bye.